Good afternoon, it's time. It's time for yet another NFL Bucky's Mail Day 2.0 because I screwed up the last one. I accidentally erased it, so I got to redo the entire video, but that's okay. This is your host, Mike C. Of course, the star of the show, as always, it's Bucky. Say hi, Bucky. Bucky says hi. Last time I checked, we had 11, probably a couple more. I guess that counts. I'm not sure. We had 11 as of yesterday. And like I said, I accidentally erased. See, it tries to post two videos or record two or something, and I eliminated one and took both of them off. So I was like, so I thought, well, come Tuesday, we'll just do it again, which is fine. All right, let's get the notes and stuff out of the way first. Congratulations to Florida. Go Gators. They won the NCAA basketball championship last night. I watched a little bit of it, not a lot. At the very end, the Florida guy was driving. He just purposely dropped the ball because he thought he was fouled. And then Florida, picked the ball back up, and Houston lost. So it's just a weird situation for that, but you should never, assume that the refs are going to call a foul. So anyway, they lost the game because it was a very good game for what little that I saw. But congratulations to Florida. Congratulations to Alex Ovechkin for scoring 895 total goals, getting one more than Wayne Gretzky for the all-time goal leaders. They lost the game, but that's inconsequential. But congratulations to Ovechkin. Obviously a hell of a player. And as much as people probably said, I know they said that Gretzky's record wouldn't be broken, this one may well be broken because players just don't stay in the league that long. And we'll see. But it could be a while. It will be a while before that happens. What else have I got? The Reds are 3-7, going nowhere fast. The Hawks have 50 points, 54 points, and they're second behind the. I can't remember the. San Jose Sharks, I believe. They have 50. There's a few games left. They're number 2 overall. The selection is coming up. The draft's like about a month, maybe. To look at a great player regardless. They have a pretty good chance of getting the number 1 overall. I haven't done any research as far as the players are concerned. I will do that. I will watch the draft lottery, I guess, and see where the Hawks land. They have a very, very young team, and it's still going to be a couple of years before they are in contention again, but they're building a very strong team, very young team, like I said. So I'll be excited for that. Now, the draft is a little over 2 weeks away, which is very exciting. Tons of mocks are out there. Mel Kiper just released one the other day. Didn't really agree with it, but there's a few observations that I have done. One of them being is I don't think that the Lions are going to draft JPJ from Tennessee and or Mike Green. They tend not to draft players with red flags. I don't always agree with that, but assuming they did their due diligence as far as checking out the validity of the charges and the black or the red flags, I should say, they're kind of leaning towards guard, either Booker from Alabama, Zane Grey from North Dakota State, who's a guard / center. They need an edge. It's not their most glaring need. They can get one in the second round. I'd be okay with that. I still would rather, double down on edges or defensive tackle, vice versa. Get a guard in the third round or a second round. I'd be okay with that. Probably third. They're going to trade up. A lot of options. I don't like trade out of the first because it wrecks my draft party. And don't do that, guys. I'm going to be making my list pretty soon for my party mix, which includes, Chex Mix, or I get Crisp X instead, and, honey roasted peanuts, other stuff. And I'll make that, the weekend before the draft and try not to eat it till then. I'll get my shrimp then too. And it's a tradition I've had for years now. And didn't always do it because I couldn't afford. But lately I've been, majority of the time I have done that. And first pick of the draft, I always eat the ceremonial first shrimp, and then we'll see after that. But yeah, so there's tons of mocks. I'm going to do at least one more for sure, probably two. I'll say two more. I haven't really done a traditional mock yet. I've done the Connect 4 mock, was a lot of fun. But sometime, maybe even this week, I'll do my traditional mock. What I would do, because I think that's really the only way to do it. How are you going to know and predict what 32 GMs are going to do? It's like, I just like have an opinion on all 32 teams and go with that. That's how I do it. I mean, you want to do it their way, that's perfectly fine. There's a million of them out there. I've seen a lot. They're always fun. I don't always agree. I don't always disagree. Just like I said, many ways to attack this draft. They have to come out with an edge, and maybe even two, like the Eagles did, have a wave of defensive edges, or defensive ends. But they also need, defensive tackle. I would like a guard / center, offensive tackle. They could use their safety, wide receiver. They got a lot of picks. They're not going to use all of them. There's basically 5 positions that I'm counting on, and let's get this roster set. And there's still players to be cut. There's still free agents out there. There's non-drafted players. There will be those. So they're not done. They don't have a lot of holes, but they have, I think, a glaring hole at defensive end, and that includes moving up. I'd be okay with that too. Can get rid of some of those lower draft picks. They're not going to, draft all those players because most of them aren't going to make the team anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. It's 2 weeks from Thursday. It's getting close. You can feel it, and we'll see what happens then. Bucky, what do you have in front of you? Well, got the Lions hat, of course, and I've got both the draft order and the draft card, I guess, that I've used on other or previous videos. One thing I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but a rare time, all 32 teams have a first-round pick. Now, that may change, but as of now, all 32 teams are represented. So I can't remember the last time that's happened, but that will change. I'm sure they'll have noise that stay put for that. There's not a lot of news coming out. There's some visits. Specialty teams are coming out. Abdul Carter is one of them. Cam Ward's another one. So as far as the Lions go, kind of second tier ones. They had a state pro day. I think it was today or this morning actually, where college students from Michigan came to visit. So that's exciting because I always like to draft from in state, and there's a couple good players I'm sure that were represented by Michigan. So, but other than that, Bucky, I think that's about it. Yep. We're going to do a Bucky 4.0 after this. So I wanted to get this out. So next week's total will not be that great, more than likely, because it's a day later. But we'll see what happens. I'll average them out and see what we get. So for Mike Scene, of course, Star Show, as always, it's Bucky. Say bye, Bucky. Bucky says bye. And sorry about the delay, but we got it out there, and look for Bucky 4.0 coming up in the very near future, as soon as I'm done with this. All right, bye now.